Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So, I have done some stuff in between episodes here. Naturally, I have, as I said, been working on this massive bit of pipe spaghetti to get the liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen areas going. And theoretically, that part of it is done, although I want to make a couple of quick changes to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct that pipe there at a high priority. And then I'm going to also deconstruct a couple other ones here. Let's see. That's at the liquid pipes. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that one. Yeah, let's get rid of those, and we will make a couple of adjustments once that's done. All right. I'm also going to dial this area back here because, as you can see, I have also been working on getting the pipes out for the liquid hydrogen and the liquid oxygen worked on as well, rather than just the area for the supercoolant. Although, speaking of the supercoolant, we should probably come over here and queue up a bit more of the refined gold, because we are going to need that for the supercoolant. So we're going to go ahead and do that. That's going to unfortunately heat this area up a little bit, but there's not really anything we can do about it because we don't have any other sources of refined gold. So sadly, that's just going to have to do. Alright, so they're doing that. Let us grab some liquid bridges. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and I'm going to bump up the priority a little bit. I'm going to set you... Yeah, we're going to put you there, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll also have one there like that. And now we will say we want our insulated pipes made out of ceramic. And I need you like so. And I'm going to have to wait a minute to get the other one because they've already been moving that stuff over there. Let's go ahead and get these built. I think that there is more ceramic being made. Yes, there is. Good. I have like another 4,300 getting made. Good, good, good. Alright, so that's queued up. Let's see if we've got the stuff for you yet. Oh yeah, there we go, plenty. Alright, and you can do that. And you... Now, which direction do I want to take you? I think I'll take you like so. That'll do. And now, theoretically, this should allow us to get this stuff piping all the right direction all the time because of the inlets and outlets set up. I'm hoping that that does this at least. That should make it all flow the right direction. Obviously, we'll have to figure that out as we go a little bit, but we're going to, of course, have to get the supercoolant into these pipes as well. And for that, I will use a different setup. We are going to grab our plumbing. We're going to use these liquid bridges again, but I'll just use the mafic rock because it doesn't matter. You will be piped in here, and you will be piped in here. Both of those are going to be supercoolant. And it won't matter because, you know, these will get deconstructed just as soon as we're done with them. And of course, we're going to have to hook these up into a little area. We could probably set that little area up. Let's set that little area up. We should be able to have like a little... probably about here. Just a little thing to do that. We'll probably need to go, yeah, one higher. Then we'll need a... Where is it? Bottle emptier, which we'll put right there. And then we will need a liquid pump. Steel is good. Right there. And then we'll be able to just hook that up to whichever one we're going to do. We'll set this guy up to accept the supercoolant, and that'll allow us to basically prime the system. Alright, so we've got that on the go. It's, of course, middle of the night again. So, here we go. Beginning of cycle 1691. We're rapidly approaching 1700. That's pretty good. Alright, so we need to finish this up before we can really seal these off. So let's see how much more of this we can make. It looks like another 4. There we go. We're almost there. Because once we hit that, we can seal these off and basically finish out the piping, you know, on the outside here. So that'll be fine. You're doing that. You're getting that ready. Let's see, how's all this looking? Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Alright, so now one other thing we're going to need is we're going to need the setup for all of our air coming in of various types, all of our gases. So we're going to need ventilation, gas vent. We're going to want a regular old gas vent here. Out of any old substance is fine, because these don't overheat. We are going to want a high-pressure gas vent for down here, because we always want the pressure below the steam engine to be higher than the pressure above, because that's part of how it works. Then we're going to also need a couple of gas vents in these. So we'll put you, we'll say, there and there. And then we will get some pipes out. These pipes, they don't matter as much, so we can just use regular old gas pipes. And we're going to need to get them out here, where we can work out them a little bit better. But that does mean we're going to need access here. So you can be deconstructed. And then I can put in some ladders down along there so that they'll be able to come over here and work on this stuff. Right? Right. Alright. Okay, so we're looking good. We need just a little bit more ceramic, and then we'll be able to basically save up more ceramic so we can close these off. Theoretically, I should let these empty first, but if it comes down to it, carbon dioxide has a higher condensation point than the liquid oxygen, or than the oxygen and the hydrogen. So we should theoretically be able to, once out here, filter out any liquids that are not the liquid we're trying to have, and then basically just let it warm up and turn into a gas again and be fine. So at least in these areas, it is not super vital that we get these areas clear, not nearly as much as these two, but actually even this, I mean this one, okay, we're down to micro, oh no, we're still, alright, micrograms is the polluted oxygen that's still trapped in here, okay. But there's still a lot of CO2. Not like a lot, but still a considerable amount. Alright, so where are we? We need a little bit more of the insulated pipe made from ceramic. There we go. That, theoretically, is the last bit of ceramic pipe we need to do before we close all this stuff off. They are delivering the materials for that. You don't overheat, right? Just making sure. You do not have a listed overheat point, so that should be fine. You are delivering that. And then we're just going to also need to get some of these things set up. So theoretically, we've got some gold coming in, right? Oh, yeah, well, apparently we did. How's our temperatures doing down here? Yeah, I mean, they're existing. I put these temp shift plates behind here to try to cool this stuff off a little bit better. It's kind of working. We'll have to see how well it does in the long run, but it's kind of working at present. It's got these two right next to it, fine, whereas the two on the opposite side, which, you know, theoretically would be the same, aren't. So they're obviously having some beneficial effect. How are you guys here? We've got 5 of you, you're fine. We've got 4 of you. How are you guys doing? Let's pause real quick and take a look at these hatches. 82. So you're a little old. Let's get all the pufflet eggs out of here. Jeez. 3 of those out, and oh boy, 7. We got a whole lot of omelets we can make. Alright. You guys are fine. You're slowly building up a backstock of that. You're building this. Which, for the moment, we will also say, hey, liquid pipe. I'll put right there. We will prime that one first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say activate if below at the moment, so it should theoretically not run anything through the thermo aqua tuner yet, because we don't want to do that until we have the steam piped in, so that we can actually cool the aqua tuner before it, overheats. Yeah, I know, it's kind of a weird thing using steam to cool. Although theoretically, I'm kind of really using these to heat the steam to go through the steam turbine, which then comes out much cooler to get pumped back in. It's one of those things that should work, quote-unquote. Should. Alright, so work is progressing on this. Not as quickly as I would prefer, but why is there plastic here? Somebody sweep that up. We don't want plastic in the room that's probably going to get really, really hot. Alright, and it is nighttime again. Wonderful. How is our ceramic doing? We should be able to see it here. Decent amount. The amount of carbon dioxide in this room actually is going down quite a bit. That's good. It's actually going down rather quickly, too, it seems. So we'll just kind of let that continue for the moment. Unfortunately, every time we open this door, we let more CO2 in. But hopefully it won't, really make it past this. The reason this all spiked is because I had torn all this out and done, let a whole bunch of CO2 in that way. Of course, there's a little bit of natural gas here as well. Let's see. I kind of want this natural gas to make its way over to the pump too and get spaced, but there's not much to be done about that at the moment. Alright, so we got that ladder in place. Good, now they'll come down and do these. Then we'll be able to figure out exactly where we're going to run in. Well, I've got the hydrogen stocked up here. I could theoretically pump it in across. Oxygen is going to be the hard part. I mean, this is my closest oxygen line. I could theoretically pump it over that way and across. So, yeah, I suppose that'll work. That might work. Alright. Well, hopefully they build this soon. Here they come. Yeah, there's 2 of them there. They're doing that. They're just not working on the liquid pump for some reason. Maybe just not breaking the steel. Well, anyway, now that we have some gold, I can come back over to the molecular forge and say, hey, I would like a lot of supercoolant. As much as you can give me. Because it is going to take a lot to prime this system. And that's going to be one of the hardest parts in all of this, I think, is actually getting the system primed with the supercoolant. So this should... Yeah, let's go ahead and see if I can just use the insulated tiles here. 400, huh? 400. Yeah, there we go. We'll close off that room. Commit to that being done. And... Alright, there's the liquid pump. Oh, of course it's going to need power. Let's get a little bit of power run over. And... just run you straight across, I guess. You'll be fine. You... are going to accept Supercoolant, but be disabled for the moment because I don't need you pumping in just yet. Not until I have a whole lot more Supercoolant ready to go. I don't want to, futz with it too much. But you're doing that. You're doing that. I should probably also turn you back on, let you start refilling the rocket, which will actually produce a bit more petroleum ready to go, too, which is used for the supercoolant, so that's good. You have stuff in you, too. Alright. Of course, we're going to... the reason I want to do that is because I'm going to need more of the third ingredient in this list. Well, the first on the list on this one, actually. The fullerene, because I don't have a whole lot of that. But fortunately, one of the things in the range, this satellite here, has trace amounts of fullerene. That one doesn't seem to have anything. That doesn't. That doesn't. None there. There is trace amounts there. Trace amounts there. So the best I've got is trace amount in range. So we'll go ahead. We'll select this satellite as the one to go to once we have the rocket refueled, of course. And we'll still get our steel and, all that other stuff from it. We won't be getting the neodymium, which is why I was going to this one, but we'll get the fullerene. So hopefully it'll be enough to get us the supercoolant we need to prime the system, to make the liquid hydrogen, to get the better rocket set up, so that we can then go further. All just one big process. But, hey, that's, kind of what you got going on. Alright, they're building those wires. Excellent, the pump has power. Alright, so we're ready to prime the liquid hydrogen portion of the system just as soon as we have the supercoolant to do it, which is good. Then I can, theoretically, there's no reason I couldn't do this right now. Go ahead and set up to there. And then we'll be able to basically hook in that one instead, basically deconstruct that part, reconstruct that last little bit there, and then prime the liquid oxygen portion of the system as well. So let's see, where are we on all of this? This looks pretty much done. I can't think of anything more I'm going to do here. So let's go ahead and see if we've got the ceramic. We do, to close that up. And then we'll be able to close that up. Actually, I can do it that far currently. And we'll wait for the ceramic to finish that up, and then we'll just be closing this one up, and we'll be ready. And as we go, of course, these get less and less CO2 in them. I'm a little worried about it being down here, but not, overly so. It'll just compress itself someplace, hopefully out of the way of the steam engine, and be fine. At least that's the plan. Alright, you are building that. That is good. I hear another meteor storm coming in. What are you doing? What are you guys doing? Well fed. Huh. Where are you guys going? Are you doing anything? What are you guys doing? Why don't you, Alright, tell you what. How about we do this? Just clear the path and get on out of there. Occasionally, duplicates do dumb things. Because duplicates are dumb. Alright, you guys are doing that. You guys are hopefully going to make it to bed. Oh, nope, you didn't make it to bed. You just decided to sleep in your spacesuits. Duplicates are dumb. Alright. You guys are still working on this. How are we doing on ceramics? Do we got more in the queue? It does not appear so. We got a little bit more we can do, though. So let's go ahead and queue that up a bit more. You'll be fine. 12 more? 1,200? Yeah. Alright, how's this going? You say that there's a work errand. You seem to have all the things you need. How's this going? You guys are not ready yet. That's okay, you're pumping more petroleum in. That is just fine. Alright. So we're working on this still. Hopefully they'll bring these guys soon. Where are they? Come on, there's somebody. Alright. Go do your little floppy body flight. Go get this stuff built. Alright. Alright, you're working out those pipes. That's fine. Okay, you built one pipe and then went away. What is wrong with you guys? Seriously bad at prioritizing work. Alright, so you need a little bit of ceramic. You are under construction. This is why I didn't go ahead and do the whole thing anyway. Ash cam. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you not... Oh, you guys can't get past that, can you? Come on. Move over here. Dig this out. What are you doing? There you go. Come on, guys. There you go. Delivered the suit. Let it refill with oxygen. Stupid duplicates suffocating because they can't seem to path their way around things. Alright. How are you? You are just slated for under construction. Suffocating in a spacesuit. Bloody hell. Alright. So we're going to close this up. We're going to get that closed up just as soon as that's ready. You are ready. Alright, you're getting built. You're done. Built that one. We're going to need a little more ceramic than I have queued up, which means we need to find a little bit more clay. Where else have I not gotten the clay out of? I mean, I suppose I could come over here. Yeah, here looks good. Get a little bit of that clay out of there. That'll be fine. Of course, we're going to have to wait another cycle for it since they all just decided that it's time to stop working. Joy of joys. Alright, but we'll be able to get that. We'll get a little bit more ceramic. We'll get this closed up. The system will be closed at that point, and then we'll just need to prime those systems and get the hydrogen and oxygen lines hooked up. And then we can turn this guy back on. We'll pump the steam in. Get the whole thing going. It'll be good. We don't even necessarily have to have anything in here at first, so we can actually get the lines for the hydrogen and oxygen done last, because so long as we get the steam in here before we start allowing the supercoolant to run through the thermo-aquatuners, then the system will be stable theoretically. In theory. Alright. So you're doing that. You're still working on some of those guys. How much supercoolant do I have? Let's see. What would that be under? Not rare resource. Industrial ingredient? No. Manufactured material? No. What would it be under? Liquid. Probably under liquid. Yeah, there we go. Supercoolant. I have 100 kilograms, or 1,000 kilograms, which I think is enough to fill a single spot in the pipe. So we've got a lot of work to do. At least I think that's how it goes. I'd have to check. Actually, what I should be able to check is I can check something similar, like, say, the oil here. No, that's 10 kilograms. Alright. So that should be enough for 100 spots in the pipe, which should actually be enough, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and enable this. Enable the building. And we're going to have to watch closely, but we should be able to prime the system now. Alright, that tile is done. Has this been dug out yet? Yes, it has. Alright, so I should be able to queue up a bit more ceramic. Just let it go for a bit. We'll figure out the exacts on it later. I just need enough to plug up that hole. And theoretically, they should start delivering this stuff here. Yeah, look, here he comes. Alright, so that goes in. It starts getting pumped into the system. It is trying to go the wrong way. Why is it trying to go the wrong way? Come on. Let's see, is it going to manage? Alright, this actually might not be too bad. If we get 1 or 2 more deliveries of the supercoolant, that might be enough. Unfortunately, we're not getting it now because everybody decided it's time to stop working for the day. Always something. Alright, we got 1 more cycle in this. We can manage this 1 more cycle in this episode. We should be able to get this primed. Hopefully. Alright, so I think it's mostly just being confused because of the way we are priming it. I think that once we remove this liquid bridge, it will start working correctly. I think. Of course, there's only one way to find out on that. What is the temperature on these? 122, 121. Yeah, okay. Obviously, it's going to take some time to cool, but, you know, we'll theoretically get there. Alright, so is somebody going to come bring more supercoolant? We kind of got to be careful with this stuff, so... Anybody? Anybody coming to do this? Bueller? Anyone? No? What is everybody doing? Actually, I could probably say... Stop being forever on that. It's only forever. Not long at all. Alright. You guys... Yeah, I think 1 more set of the... 1 more delivery like the last one. Here we go. Alright. Here you go. Being pumped up. Doing that. You're good. Let's go ahead and say... Disable you for the moment. How are you? Yeah, that is plenty. That'll be plenty in the system. Alright. So we're going to deconstruct that liquid bridge at a high priority. Hopefully that's you coming to do that right here. Alright, good. Did that. We can deconstruct that 1 pipe as well. And then we can connect this pipe in. And then we will be able to prime the second half of the system, and we will pretty much be ready. Unfortunately, we are running out of time in the episode. Alright, that's done. We can turn you back on. And then you will be able to run through there. And so long as I don't have the aqua tuners start running before I fill this with steam, we'll be ready. Alright, you're ready to go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is this. The duplicates are about to decide it's time to stop working for the day. So what I will do is in between episodes, I will get the liquid oxygen half of this primed with the supercoolant, like I just did the hydrogen, and then we will get the whole system operational next episode. So, yeah, we're finally making what feels like actual progress. I am not happy with the way that is doing that, but I don't know any way around it. So that's going to have to do for the moment. But that is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.